Hi, moms. I hope my mic is working. This is, um, I haven't been live for a long time, um, because I've been live in January, and during that time we were doing like a like a program, a challenge, and it was a financial challenge. It was a money and stability challenge, and I went live almost every week for 3 weeks. And I decided to take a quick break to take care of my small stuff. Hey moms, this is Eve. We are going to talk about, before we dive into the topic, I hope you have your favorite drink. If you are watching during the replay, I hope you're having your favorite drink. I don't usually wait because I know moms can be very busy, so they might watch the replay. Some might join along the way. I just have 30 minutes here. So this is my drink. In here I have like a strawberry plus lemons. Usually I will put sparkling water, but I don't have the sparkling water today. Didn't go shopping today. But this is just normal water with some drops of vanilla extract and a little bit of honey, and it's really good. It's a good, I love it. So for those who don't know me, there are many new people in my page. I first of all want to thank the mom. Oh, hey, thank you, skincare. Elulan Skincare, thank you. Thank you for being here. For the moms who do not know me, my name is Eve Dizeni. I'm very thankful that you're on my page. Uh, my purpose was to create a community for single moms because there is a lot of loneliness in the single mom world, and a lot of women struggle to find friends for several reasons. And I had that idea long ago, to create a single mom page where we can share stuff together. I can share my own experience. I came in the United States 10 years ago. Mind you, it wasn't easy at all. It was not an easy thing to do with the children and everything. My kids were 5 and 1. So I just decided to create my page and, you know, share my a little bit of encouragement. I created a page that I really needed when I was here in the United States, trying to integrate a big country, trying to do all the things with minimal help. But I did get help from time to time, but it was not easy still because I had to keep learning, keep integrating myself and everything. So today, I felt very heavy on my heart since yesterday to talk about uncertainty, because if you go to the news, before I talk about what I wanted to share. I have my 100-day goals crush for single moms. It is sold on Amazon. This is a workbook. It has nothing to do with, a lot of reading, a lot of educational stuff. I'm just sharing how I was able to achieve my degree, achieve financial stability, and do a lot of things by setting goals every 100 days and working towards them to achieve what I wanted to achieve. This is tailored just for single mothers, because what works for others will not necessarily work for us, because we do have kids that we take care of. We have one income. Sometimes we do get help, but not everybody gets help. We do have one income. We are taking care of the kids, and it's easy for us to burn out and to quit. That's why in in my process of helping single mothers, they always come to a point where they quit their goals, they give up on their goals, they just decide not to continue. And I just said, because I see that a lot, I just want to share. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the ones that are joining. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we are talking about uncertainty, and thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. I don't want to pronounce the names because I might pronounce it wrongly. So I just want to say thank you. So, and on my page as well, there are a lot of tools. Like if you are unsure of what career to take, I do specifically have a 45 minutes call where we do dive deep into your current situation, and I tell you exactly what has worked for me, because I have done corporate, then I did healthcare, and that was really strategic because during my corporate years my kids were very little, and I dived into healthcare when I knew I had help for 12-hour shift. But with the coming up of AI, there are a lot of other options that are out there that if you are a single mom, you don't want to do a 4-year degree, you don't want to do a 2-year degree, there's a 10-month degree, there's all of these things. We do go deeper into them, and we break them down, and I tell you what will be the best fit for you in your current situation based off my own experience and what has worked for me. Without any delay, I want to talk about uncertainty because there is a lot going out. There's a lot in the news. There's rumors of war. There's all type of things. And I know how a single mom right now can feel. Okay? Because I remember the feeling of being so vulnerable in such a huge world that looked scary. That was actually scary for me. And I remember that back in the days, it was in 2017. I came here in 2016, and in 2017, I was completely on my own. Feeling like I won't make it, feeling like I was choking. I was so afraid. I did not know what direction to take. And I had little children that were looking up to me, that were at rest because they were with their mama. They were with their mom. It was the scariest thing, I would tell you. And for me to get back my sanity, to get back, to leave the fear, the feeling of fear, and get back to myself, I had to do extremely very practical things that take courage and sacrifice. These are two things that if you are a single mom today, you want to succeed. You want to build your life back. You want to achieve those goals that you see other moms achieving. You need courage. You need sacrifice. You need to sacrifice. And you need accountability. These are three things you need, because when things get tough, you will need accountability to keep going, okay? So, step one, I'm not going to go around the topic. Step one, stabilize your income. With everything going on, people losing their jobs, people not having jobs, what can you do that is practical? Don't look at, I can do this type of jobs. I was once this, I was once that. I can come here and now do this. You need money to survive. You need money to take care of the children. You need money to live your everyday life. It does not matter the type of job, as long as it gives you the money right now while you are figuring out what you're going to do in the near future. And I always tell moms, you have to have a 3-year plan, 5-year plan. 3-year plan. Once you get your income stabilized, build a 3-year plan, which means what do I want to do after after I stabilize my income? What is my long-term goal as far as career is concerned, as far as income is concerned, as far as legacy is concerned? What do I want to leave to my children? Do I want my kids to take care of me when I'm older? If the answer is no, you have to plan how you're going to take care of yourself when your kids are gone. Do I want to remarry? If the answer is yes, what practical tool can I do now? The reality is, none of those things are easy to do, but it requires sacrifice. What if you have inconsistent income? What can you do to start having a consistent income? What can you do right now to start having money coming your way every week or every 2 weeks or every month? Work on that. Take a pen and a paper. Take a journal. By the way, I love this journal, the 5-minute journal. It's something really nice that I do when I'm about to go to bed. I also have this journal where I journal my thoughts when during prayer and all that. I journal all my thoughts. So take a pen and a paper. Write what you want to, how you're going to have a stable income. For me, it meant going back to school, because I felt that I needed, because I was an immigrant, I needed some sort of degree from the US in order to have a stable job. So I went through a 10-month program. When I came to America after 6 months, I went through a 10-month program. And while I was doing that 10-month program, I was a janitor at a hospital. I was cleaning patients' rooms. That was how I did my stable income. I stabilized my income back then in 2017. Was it an easy job? No. Was I a janitor in Africa? No and no and no. I was a businesswoman in Africa. That's what brought me here. I made money in Africa and I came here in America. I was working also in the IT department with the US people. But I left my pride behind and told myself, Eve, you are in a new country. You have children to raise. You have to make money. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you know where you are going. You do that right now. You leave your pride aside. You leave all those things aside, and you go for what you are, for what is important for you and your children. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, it was. Was I poor during that time? Yes, I was poor during that time. But I prayed every day for strength, for direction. So the very first thing you have to do as a single mom to navigate uncertainty is to be clear about what you want and to stabilize your income. Once you stabilize your income, then you go to what type of career you want to dive into. If it's a business, what type of business you want to try and do. If you are good at it, it doesn't have to be online. That's just my opinion. It could be something outside of online. My business is not online. It could be something outside of online that you can do to bring money in. There are many, many, many options. There are many, many things that you can do. And if you lack ideas, if you use ChatGPT, just type ChatGPT. It's true that ChatGPT can just take you to different directions. But if you need like a focus thing, I can share what I do outside of online. I don't share it online because I don't just want all my entire life to be online. I'm a very reserved person when it comes to things that give me money. So the step 2 we say will be to start something that is gonna bring a sense of peace, like finances. Finances is a big pillar in the life of moms. It's a huge pillar. when it comes to single motherhood, because the income is very limited. You have so much that you have to do with your income. So if you are able to be smart around saving, increasing your saving power, or even if you're just starting, like when I was just starting, what I would do is, I had one credit card that time. I had a Capital One credit card of, they, because I was new in the country, they gave me a $200 credit limit, and I maxed it out right away because I needed help. I needed help, and I didn't quite. Hey, Vanessa, you joined today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm almost done, so I have 2 more points, but thank you for joining. So, financially, I first came in, I wasn't, oh, you want to join the live? I don't know how this works. Let me see. I've never tried it though. Let me see. Let me see how I can do this thing. I've never tried it. This is weird. My Instagram bugs a lot. I have to sometimes download it and put it back, download it and put it back. Oh, okay, okay. Once I'm done with the, I think I can invite you, because my, it looks like my settings do not let me accept invitations. It might be something that I have put there that didn't work. I hope you have your favorite drink, okay? I will invite you once I'm done with the live. I will invite you once I'm done with my questions. So financially, I maxed out my Capital One card. It was $200 because I was new. I didn't have any track record in America as far as money is concerned. And my monthly payment was $25, which was huge at that time, because at that time I had a lot of, I didn't make a lot of money. As a janitor, I was earning $1,500 a month, and my expenses were $1,800 a month. But I knew I was working towards a certification that was going to give me the stability that I needed to move to the next level of my life and to earn more. Because after my certification, I earned $2,000 every month. So that was $500 bump increase. And also to feel a little bit secure and financially stable, I was able to save every day in my little, there was a little credit union around my house that I will even walk by foot to go and put the money in there, because I wanted to feel like I at least I have something somewhere that if anything is to happen, I can use that money. And that year in 2017, I saved $200, and I also saved coins. And I will tell you the story about the coins. One day, so when I was collecting the coins, I'll put that in like a jar and on top of my fridge. And every time I would get coins, I'll put the money in there. And one day I ran out of money. I wasn't qualified for any help here in America. I didn't qualify for any help at all because I was an immigrant, and my documentation did not allow me to qualify. So I took all those coins, went to Dollar Tree. If you live in America, you know what Dollar Tree is. Went to Dollar Tree, bought spaghetti plus tomato and some tuna in a can, and cooked with it. It was like, I think $6 or $7 or so. So I know what it means to struggle as a single mom. I have been there. I know exactly how it feels to struggle. Many moms struggle that the same way. So what I will say is, even if it's $5 every paycheck, put it aside, learn to save, and from there increase. Give yourself 3 years. Say in 3 years I'll have $5,000 in my account. I don't know how it's going to happen, but that's what I want to do. Set the intention. Do not get discouraged. And I will say this, with all these things happening in the world, rumors of war, AI threatening people, all these things that are happening in the world, it is very important that you protect your energy. I do not discuss politics. My idea is this. I'm here to raise my children. I'm here to make a living. Am I insensitive about what is going on? No. But I cannot split my energy, put it where I can't change anything out there. I can only change things in my house. If I now carry this thing going on in the world and I am arguing online, I am advocating online, I have children to raise, I have my sanity to keep, I have my mental health to protect, I have my peace to protect. Peace costs money. Peace costs a lot. I'm not going to be online trying to understand all the things that are going on in the world when I have two kids that I have to raise. I have a teen, I have a preteen, I have my job, I have my business, I have my house to run, I have myself to take care of. I protect my energy. If I feel like this thing is going to drain me and I still need energy to move towards my goals, the only thing I can do is to make more money, protect my income, protect my future. With all of the things, are things going to get better? I don't believe so. I'm sorry to say. Are things going to get better? I do not believe so. I don't believe things are going to get better. So, what should I do? Should I listen to the news? No, I can't listen to the news when I have to listen to my kids and make sure I raise them right so they can be upstanding individuals in this cruel world, in this very scary world. I can't be doing that and be online. So I want to tell moms this. I do not, my advice would be, if you're a single mom, you have limited help. In fact, let's be real. Sometimes we don't even have friends to talk to discharge, to talk about our problems. We process things on our own. We process things in prayer. We are often lonely, tackling a lot of things. Even when people have money. I've seen single moms with a lot of money that are still crying. But it's at least good to have money and crying. It doesn't change the fact that there are problems, but at least you still have money to be doing things. Protect your peace. You can't change politics. You can't change the world. You can't change what's going on now. You work on your own, in your own house. You protect your own peace. That's just one thing I wanted to say, because there's a lot going on, I'm telling you, and things can only get better for you. It's not going to get better outside. You can't fix the world outside. Those who talk about it have the strength, the emotional capacity, the mental capacity, the physical capacity, the money to talk about it. I need to think about my children. I need to think about their well-being. I need to fix their problems in school. I need to make sure they are in sports. I need to make sure they are eating. I need to make sure we have a roof on top of our heads. I need to manage my own business, manage my stuff at work. I can't be online doing things. I have to choose. I have to choose. I have to choose. I just wanted to share that. All right. So, we should also, the next thing to navigate uncertainty in America is, especially in the world, it's not only America, it's in the entire world, we need to talk about legacy. Legacy is a very powerful word, because that is what has driven me all these years. What do you want to leave to your children? What legacy? And I say that because I have seen men and women raised by single mothers. There are different stories out there. Some will say my mom was brilliant. She came out of poverty. She was a brilliant mom. She did this for me. She did that for me. And there are some that are resentful. They have resentment when it comes to their parents, because the parents gave up. And the kids kept growing in an environment that did not favor them. That wasn't a good environment, that also impacted their lives. So we need to, I've always said to myself, what legacy do I want to leave to my children? They never ask for me to bring them to this world. And I don't ever want my kids to look at me and say, this woman, I don't know. She did her best. She raised us, but she didn't fight for us. She was passive. She gave up. Yes, she was giving us food and having a roof on top of our head, but we grew up in this type of environment. We grew up in this type of messed up environment. We did this. She wasn't really there. She wasn't this. She wasn't. We need to think about the legacy we want to leave to our kids. If we did not, we need to leave our kids with a better life, and it starts now. It starts now. It doesn't start when, and it's not going to be easy. Like I always say, you will be uncomfortable. It will require sacrifice, and it will require courage plus accountability. Sacrifice, courage, accountability, and prayer. And prayer. And prayer. Yeah, so any woman having children should do her best. And nowadays, AI is here, everything is here. It's way simpler to go to achieve things that it was before. It's much more simpler. There are a lot of information. It can also create information overwhelm. That's why I only talk about single motherhood. I don't talk about my business. I don't talk about other things. I just talk about single motherhood. Why? Because this is the area I master. I don't want to show myself out there and be talking about everything else and then talking to nobody. I just want to talk to the moms. I just want to talk to the single mothers because I relate with them. I have been there. I've built something significant and I believe I can help. That's why I'm out there. So legacy is important. Finances is important. Stability is important. I spoke about stability, saying that you have to find a job that you can do, even if that job, you don't like it, but at least it's bringing income. While it's bringing income, you then have a 3-year plan as to how to increase your income, and then 5-year plan as to how to go further. Number 2, I said, you have to be financially stable. It doesn't mean you have to start saving $20,000. It means you start step by step. I've saved in a year $200. I've saved pennies to eat. I know what I'm talking about. When you have something inside the bank account, it gives you that kind of peace of mind. Even if it's not that much, it gives you peace of mind. If you save coins from January to December, every week, you're going to have $600. I think, I don't know how to calculate that, but if you do the calculations, you will know how many coins you can put in the jar to get the $600 a year. Isn't that money? It is money. Like I told you, I was a janitor. I cleaned rooms in the hospital, but in Africa, I was a businesswoman. I came here with my money. I was a businesswoman, but I realized quickly I have to work to raise my kids. There's no help coming for me. I have to start working. And I started from the bottom. So I'll leave you guys with action steps that I believe are very important. I'm looking at my computer because I do type the stuff on my computer based off of my own experience. So after this, you've learned, you've heard my story. You can sit in your house and ask yourself, what am I going to do in 2020? How will my life look like in 2029? Where do I want to go from? How will I want my life to be in 2029? What action step can I start doing right now, and for my life to become this and that? I said to myself, after 3 years, I'm going to be in healthcare. And after 5 years, I want to be able to be on my own and control my hours, have healthcare as a backup, but also have something I'm doing. That is how I planned my life. You can say maybe your step is to paying off credit card debts, maybe picking up an extra shift to make more money. It could be savings. If it's savings, concentrate this whole year into savings. If it's going back to school, do not delay. Find something you want to do. Make the necessary research and go back to school. If you If it's learning a new skill, focus your whole entire mind into learning that new skill. If it's the times are not going to get better. For so it's the time is now. If the urgency is to do something now, whether it's stabilizing income, whether it's going back to school, whether it's saving money, whether it's paying down debt, whether it's whatever it is, it's now. This window that we have till 2030, because what they are doing with AI in 2030, it's going to be massive. I don't think people are even ready for that. I don't think people are ready for that. This is not to make moms scared, but it's the truth. We need to wake up from whatever thing is going on with us. If you need therapy, go to therapy. If you need help, go to help. Go to help so you can come back and do what you need to do. I'll always remember Ben Carson's mom. I've read her book, very, very inspiring book. A single mother raising two boys in America in the 50s, not knowing how to read, not knowing how to write. But she was smart enough to know that at some point I have something in my mind that is disturbing. I have mental issues that I need to fix. It doesn't mean you are weak. If there's something blocking you, you can't move forward because mentally you are not well. This will be the time to go to therapy and make sure you are doing the right things, leaving a great legacy for your kids. My kids are coming up now. Thank you for watching. The replay will be available 24 hours. I spoke from my heart because I believe it was urgent for me to say thank you for being here. See you next time. Hello. Hi, Randy. I'm done. I'm leaving. Thank you. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye for now. Yes, you did. You did miss it. Next time, maybe next Sunday. Or bye, Vanessa.